For What's Hot.
We're joined by Rochelle Fritsch, a blogger from MilwaukeeMoms.com, and Jeff Wagner is with us again. A new report says banks purposefully make documents confusing, so customers are going to end up paying more in fees. Banks reportedly don't offer clear information about overdraft fees. They reorganize withdrawals so customers pay the highest possible overdraft fees. Should there be more regulations out there to protect consumers?
As a recovering lawyer, I don't think you should have to hire people like me to interpret some of these basic consumer agreements. I'm all in favor of basic, Consumers' Bill of Rights, which says at least to some of the key terms, spell it out in English. Now, I understand there's going to be some red tape and there's going to be some fine print, but as to basic elements, this is long overdue. People shouldn't need lawyers to interpret, what the overdraft fees are going to be.
And I totally agree with that. See, I think that the banks would find this as a win-win for them as well. If their information is out there and it's clear, if they're all using the same language, to me it drives up competition. It lets them shine a little bit. So I would think that the banks would have jumped on this a long time ago.
And it avoids unhappy consumers. When you think, okay, you write that one check and all of a sudden, they paid the most expensive one and they've bounced 9 others. So as a result, you get hit with these overdraft fees. Then you're angry. Just tell everybody what the things are going to be and you avoid unhappy customers.
And I think people don't even really read everything that's printed because it's so confusing.
Sure.
Do you think that this is deliberate, though?
Sure. Absolutely.
They just hide it all in there, and you can't protect yourself because if you don't understand it, you don't know what they're going to get you with.
Well, if you're not reading it.
Yeah, particularly with overdraft fees where they make a ton of money.
Well, I also think, just real quickly, with the length of the regulations, it was 111 pages. Now it's down to 69. As a blogger, I know if I go past 500 words, I've lost people. So let's try and get it a little shorter as well.
Good idea. I like that.
I agree. All right, guys, thanks very much. Well, kids at an exclusive New York prep school protest the school's dress code by holding something called Slutty Wednesday.
Yeah, this is our second topic. The girls got fed up with being told their short skirts and sleeveless tops made them more fit for a club dance floor than school. Boys complaining too because they're saying, hey, these girls are well covered. It's biased and, kind of painting them as the horny teens.
Okay, here's the irony of this. This is one of the most successful schools around. Maybe one of the reasons that it is so successful is they've got a strict dress code. That to me is the key.
Well, I also think the way the administration even implemented this in the first place, it popped up in September of 2011, and even when they talked to the principal, he said, well, we don't want to have distractions. Why don't you make this relevant to the kids? We're having a dress code here. We're getting you ready for the outside world. When you go in a restaurant, you have to have shoes on. That's part of a dress code. Even if you're going to go to a club, there are some clubs where you can't wear a baseball cap and ripped up jeans. We're trying to get you set to operate in the real world. This is our rule in our real world here.
And I think it's interesting that the boys were offended by this. If they said, hey, you're kind of painting us to be these guys, and we're really not. We're okay with them dressing, as you said,
sure,
Rochelle, as the real world.
Well, but they want to look at the girls with it exposing the cleavage and stuff.
So they'll say whatever they need to say?
Exactly.
Jeff.
I mean, no, that's exactly.
Somebody get him out of the gutter.
See, here's the thing. I'm actually going after the parents, too. One of these girls, she had violated the rule apparently 10 separate times because of showing too much cleavage. Where are mom and dad in this particular thing, too? Maybe they want to teach her how to dress appropriately?
Exactly. Well, I think these kids are delusional. Hormones are raging in high school. These girls need to cover up. End of story. This is how the real world works.
So there.
Yeah,
I guess we're finished.
So that's it. Anybody else got anything to say?
Thanks to both of you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.